All right. Hey, welcome. This is Chris Cicchinelli. We're talking about The Secret is You. This is going to be a great podcast today. And here's why. I guarantee you, if you're sitting right now and listening to this, I want you to raise your hand. Unless you're driving, do not do that. Please keep 2 hands on the wheel, 10 and 2. I want to make sure people are safe out there. How many of you feel like you start things but never get them finished? Okay, be honest with yourself. Don't BS. How many of you guys have like 17 home projects going on right now, or different projects you have in your life? Oh my gosh. And listen, let me make sure a home project is this, your computer. How many of you guys are like, man, I got to go back. I got to file this. I got to delete all these emails. I got things that, oh my gosh, I got thousands of emails that I just don't need. I got to put them in a folder. I haven't rearranged my desktop in a while. How many of you guys sat back and said, oh my gosh, I have all this mail that I need to get out, or I have filing systems that I should be getting done, or people that I need to be really following back up with in my follow-up group that I haven't really been able to start, or I started it. It's laying on this side of my office right now. Actually, you're probably looking at it as I'm talking to you. How many of you guys have started home projects and you're like, it's like you got the drywall up, you got the tape up, but all the light sockets, are off. You have all the covers off the wall. You haven't painted it yet, or it's half painted. How many of you guys maybe you're in the process, the drywall is up downstairs, or the framing's up downstairs, but nothing else has been completed? How many of you guys are waiting for a sofa to finish out the living room, right? You're like, I just can't find anything I like. Does this sound familiar to anybody? Because I have a lot of people that, they have a habit of starting things but never finishing. This is a business discussion, but yet there are so many things that can go in your personal life that if they're not getting completed, that will transition to taking time, thought process away from you being able to make money, you being an entrepreneur, you being able to go out there and drive your business. Because if you're like me, I don't like clutter. I don't like things that are not finished. I am definitely a progress over perfection person. I want to move forward. I don't want to see things that are not complete. It drives me crazy. And when I say it drives me crazy, it takes me to a point of almost paralyzation. Now, that might not be you. You might be able to operate where you can have 19 different projects going on, none of which are completed, and every day you're tinkering around. Now, most people aren't like that though. Most people, what happens is they start seeing all the things that they're not getting done, and it gets them frustrated. So here's the thing. If you're out there listening, I'm going to give you some quick tips on making sure you're able to really go out there and get completion on things you've done, or things you've opened, or things you've started. So here's what I want. Number one, you need to do this for me. Now, you need to be selective on any of the projects that you're going to embark on, right? You need to understand that you have to be the person that's selective of all the things. You can't tackle everything that needs to get done. I know that you're sitting there going, well, this needs to get done, or that needs to get done in my business. What I will tell you is I see too many people try to do too much in their business. And what happens is they spread out their time, they spread out their attention. And what happens is they find themselves getting 60% complete on this, 50% complete on this, 80% complete on this. And they never feel any success. That's the theme. Things need to have a prioritization. You need to figure out what is it that really truly needs to get done in your business. That's why I say be selective of the projects you take. If it comes into my household, right, and there's a project that comes up that has anything to do with filing or bills or that kind of, that's not me. Jessica understands that. We know what I'm good at, and I am going to be selective that if she says, hey, I really need help with a filing system at the house, and I'm just being the significant other that's listening to her, right? I'm not going to sit back and say, oh, let me help you with that. No. Now, she knows that's not my thing. So I'll be like, hey, who do you know that can actually help you get that done and help you get that over the fence? Because you don't want me to do that. Now, if it comes to a project like, running kind of a construction project at the house, or kind of PMing something, maybe a little bit different story. I will do that because I know that I'm really good at being able to give people direction, or say, here's what I like to get done, or here's what needs to get done, and being pretty stern or pretty strict about it. Even though my house project has taken like almost a year, but hey, I'm blaming it on weather. That's a longer story. We don't have enough time on this podcast. But here's what I'll tell you. Being selective of what you embark on, I think that's the biggest thing. Quit trying to take on too many things and quit trying to say yes to too much. I think that's the big thing that I see too many people dealing with when it comes down to getting things done, not done. The other thing too, number two, is you got to estimate the time that it's going to take you, the number of people that you're going to need to get this pulled off with, and what is the money that you're going to need to put around it. I think too many people don't take a look at the resources before they start a project. If you know that a project is going to take more than yourself and you don't have anybody else that you've actually roped into helping you, then don't start the damn project. That's the dumbest shit ever. You try to get somebody midway to help you with something? No, people. You got to understand beforehand. The other thing too is I think everybody always underestimates the time a project's going to take. You need to be, and all of us need to do a better job of this, is saying, okay, look, this project's going to take us 2 days. Do we really have 2 days of our time to give this up? That's where the prioritization, that's where being selective happens. Most people, like, they start their closet. Have you ever started a closet, and the closet actually you think you're going to get it done in that one Sunday, and next thing you know, it's the following Friday and shit's still not done? That's why I think you have to understand how much time it's going to take. And when you think about the time, then from that point, you have to understand what those resources are, what the time, what the energy level. The other thing that you have to understand is this. We have to quit being perfectionists. Like, it's okay to have progress when you're going through something. So many people are so wanting to make sure everything is perfect before they move on. I see that a lot in business. I see a lot with the business owners that they want to know everything before they go out there and start making money. They want to know everything before they start building a team. They want to know everything before they start having their first team meeting. It happens more than I have ever seen in today's world. Quit worrying about having perfection. Quit worrying about having everything perfect. I think that is a big area where people aren't finishing. I don't believe anything will ever be perfect, because once you decide it's perfect, you move the goalposts of perfection even further. You start off with one thing, and then the next thing you start adding on and adding on and adding on, and then it becomes a runaway project. I think what you need to do is just figure it out. Quit worrying about being a perfection on that. The other thing too is commit to it once you start. When you commit to it and you say, I'm going to finish this, I'm going to go forward with this, I think that is a big win for all of us. I see too many people going out there, they start a project, they start thinking that they're going to commit, and they slowly lose interest in it. It's kind of like starting a business. That's the biggest thing. That's why I see some people start things. That's why some people might see friends of the people you bring into the business and go, I'm not really going to do business with her. She's had 5 other businesses that she started and she's given up on, or 5 other things that she started and she's just basically, dropped out. It's always somebody else's fault, right? It's never their fault. It's always the business and never the person. That's bullshit. Most people, it's because they don't have the wherewithal, the strength to actually stay committed, even when shit gets really hard, even when things get tough, even when things don't go people's way. I think that's the biggest thing. You got to commit to what it is that you start. And when you get to that time and you start putting that effort into it, and it's effort over excuses, you'll find yourself actually being able to get things over the goal line. You'll start seeing projects get completed. And I think the biggest thing for you that you have to do is celebrate the little successes of a project, the little steps. You might not be completely done with it, but the more you can say, oh my gosh, I got this done today, or I got that done yesterday, or I got this done at the end of the week. Those are the successes. Those are the things we need to celebrate, because I think that helps us keep the mojo moving forward. That helps us, say, hey, you know what? It's going to get better. This project is going to get complete, and I'm having fun with it, because when you're having fun with something and you're getting excited about something, you have these endorphins kick off that makes you want to get it complete, makes you want to see it through, makes you want to stay focused on it. Things that you don't complete or things that you leave open don't have these. People aren't being selective. They're not thinking about their resources. They're thinking too much about being a perfectionist. They haven't got that committal piece to really see things through, and they're not celebrating it. So today, as you're sitting there and you maybe have something to do and you have something to get done, or you're maybe thinking about a new project, before you start that, think of it. Do you have the time? Do you have the resources? is this going to be something that's going to require you to be a complete perfectionist? That's going to help you understand how to get more things across the line, how to get more things finished. Remember, the secret is you. Each and every day, your job, make yourself better, make you a better version of you. Go out there, have a great day, everybody, and don't forget, commit to the process, detach from the outcome, and have a blast today.